Hey guys, I'm here today to do a quick eyeshadow tutorial using palette 4. This is the palette with some browns, a beautiful gold, and some blues. And even though this palette includes some of these blue shades, it's a really neutral palette that you can use for a ton of looks that goes with just a ton of other shades too. So I'm going to start off by using my eye primer. I use this eye primer no matter which eyeshadows I'm using, whether it's the newer press shadows or these palettes or the splurge cream shadows. It's super important foundation tool because it just makes your eyeshadow last longer. It makes it not crease. It really intensifies the colors of any shadows that you use. And it just takes a tiny amount. This little tube here will last you because it just takes like the pen tip size to put over your lids. You can also use this on your eyebrows if you're using a powder brow makeup, such as the eyeshadow or the eyebrow palette, which I use today. I've already got on my uplifting eye serum because my eyes are so puffy and just baggy in the mornings. It's horrible. So I have my uplifting eye serum on, my moisturizer, my primer. My foundation that I use today is BB cream in Bisque, and I blend it with velour concealer to give me some more coverage because I have all of these sunspots and some dark spots, and my skin tone's real uneven. I have topped that with velour powder, and then I've used Hermosa bronzer today for my blush and for some added color here for some contour. And then I used Scarlet concealer under my eyes and on my T-zone for a little bit of highlighting for some dimension. And Scarlet is 2 shades lighter than my velour foundation shade, so that's why it really punches out that highlight. And then because that highlight's a cream, I put my setting powder over it just to make sure it stays in place. But because that setting powder is translucent, it doesn't mess up my highlight or darken it or blend it in or anything. It just leaves every other shade exactly how I intended for it to be. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to use this deluxe brush here. It's just a big fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to use it to take Secretive, which is this gold shimmery color, and that's what I'm going to apply first. I'm going to apply that here on my eyelid, starting at the inner corner here and going about 2/3 in, 2/3 out. My cat is not very happy right now. She is not getting a whole bunch of attention. I don't know if you can hear her meowing. She's trying to get my attention big time. All right, so I'm just, like I said, taking this Secretive gold color and I'm just patting it on this portion of my eyelid just to give me a little shimmer here. Doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to be adding colors and you can blend it all in. But that sets that. Then I'm going to take my favorite brush, the concealer brush. It has this poofy tip too, but the shape of it and the size of it is what makes this so great. So I'm going to go ahead and take Arrogant, which is this matte lighter brown shade. I'm going to put it right in my crease. Like I said, this crease brush, the shape of it, it just makes it perfect for these spots that you're trying to fit in and blend it out. And again, I'm just throwing it in my crease here. Do it on the other side too. My main goal is not to make it look nice while I'm putting it in here. It's just to get the color in. Blending it out will be easier later. Just want to get the color where it's supposed to go. And there's that. This is my medium transition shade that I'm putting here. See it here? I'm going to blend it out just a little bit with this big blending brush. This is in my top 3 brushes for sure. It makes blending so easily. You don't have to apply a bunch of pressure. It doesn't take any skill. I'm literally just using this brush in a circular motion to blend that eyeshadow out some. Just super easy to use, and it really does the trick very well. All right, so I've got my highlight shade, the Secretive Gold. I've got my crease shade, my medium transition shade, which is the Matte Arrogant. And now I'm gonna go ahead and use a dark shade on my outer V here, and I'm gonna go with this dark blue Triumphant. And really you could use this teal shade, Cheerful also, but I'm gonna go with dark blue since I have on a dark blue shirt. And again, I'm using this crease brush because the shape and the size of it just makes it perfect to get this angle and to get this eyeshadow right where I want it to go, which is right in this outer V. I'm just pushing it and applying it in from the outer corner of my eye. I always start out light, and then I can always add more. But this is the dramatic piece of your look. So you can really go as dark as you want. And if you get too dark, you can always use your blending brush to blend it out more. But I love using this dark blue. It's really a pretty shade, and this is my go-to look with this palette. But you can of course make a ton of different looks from all of these palettes by just swapping out the colors that you use in these 3 positions, depending on what look you want to go for. You could easily do a totally brown look, totally neutral look, golden browns. You could do a completely blue look, since the blue shades are several shades lighter. It just has everything that you really need. And these pre-packaged palettes that have all these shades together already for you really take a lot of the guesswork out, because I don't have to try to figure out what shades I think will go together, because every single shade in this goes together in one aspect or another. And it has the highlighting colors, the matte colors, the shimmers, it has everything that you need in this one palette, and they all go together. So you don't even have to think about it. Just think about what look you want that day. All right, so all I have done is put it in this outer V, and then I'm gonna blend it just a little bit, but my crease brush really blended it quite well. So I wanna keep it dark. I just don't wanna have a harsh line where it blends out. See how I got rid of that line here? See how it's a little bit dark here? So that's all I'm doing, is I wanna keep the darkness of it, but I just want it to blend a little bit better. All right. And then I'm going to take my deluxe brush again, and I'm going to apply the lightest shade here, Tender, just like almost like a champagne color. I'm going to apply some of that right under my brow line, my brow bone right here, just to give a little bit of highlight. Plus I don't want this big space here that has no product at all. I'm just gonna fill it in with some highlight, the lightest highlighting color. All right, that's that. You could easily wear eyeliner with this. I love wearing this eye look and then applying the dark blue eyeliner with it, because it's a really good chance for me to wear the blue, and it matches really well, and it gives it a little more hint of even more color. I'm not gonna wear eyeliner today though, because I'm just heading out to the gym. I'm gonna put on a little bit more mascara, because as I was applying it, my lashes were getting droopy. pushing on it from the eyeshadow shades. I went with a really neutral lip color also. This is just Lucky Lip Gloss, which is like a darker nude. Nude colors just go with everything, and I like to pair a nude with a blue eye. That's it. It's a really pretty palette, and like I said, even though it has these blues in it, it's super, super neutral. It's almost like you get the benefit of a really neutral palette here, but with the option to make it, you know, not so neutral too. It gives you a little more variety. This is the final look with just 4 shades from this palette. I'll look down here for you. Super easy. The right tools do help. I would say this crease brush and this blending brush should be in your makeup arsenal because they are just fantastic brushes. That's it. I hope you found this look easy. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.